Hey Broad Tribe, welcome to our Saturday workout today. We're going to do 30 minutes of strength and stability. What you're going to need for your workout is a resistance band, maybe of a longer length. If it has handles, great. You can also use a small power band or pull-up band. Either would work. You'll also need a chair or box. Whatever you have available, stairs would work as well. And then you're also going to need a broomstick. So it doesn't need to be very strong or sturdy or anything like that. And if you could kind of center yourself around a door frame or somewhere you could stick your bands in or maybe tie your band around, that would be awesome as well. So I'll let you go grab your stuff and get set up. I'll kind of give you a rundown for what our workout's going to look like today. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up together, get our heart rates up, work on some mobility together, and then we're going to focus on a lot of strength and stability. So not a ton of resistance, but lots of core focus, hip focus, and shoulder focus. So we're going to really fatigue the muscles and get them burning today. So it's it will feel like you had a Charlie horse later on, and that's okay. We'll do 2 separate circuits of that. All of them are going to be pretty high reps of each exercise and a mix of full body movements. So once you grab your stuff, and again what you need is a broomstick, maybe a longer resistance band. If you don't have them, that's okay. We can make do without. A box, a chair, some stairs, maybe like a couch would work as well, and a door frame that you can kind of set yourself up against or wrap your bands around. All right, so for our warm-up today, I want you to make an imaginary line for us. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in and out across that line. We're going to do 5 lengths of that, there and back. So what that's going to look like is you're going to lead yourself forward and back, 2 in, 2 out, and then you're going to go the other direction. 2 in, 2 out, so we're working on a little bit of agility. We're speeding it up. So we've got 2. We go a little bit quicker with those movements. We're on the balls of your feet. There we go, we got 2 more. Good, and last one. Awesome. Taking your broomstick, you're going to place that broomstick over top of your head. You're going to go into a nice wide length. Here, we're going to have our legs set out wide, and I want you to sit back onto your heels. We're going to go into an overhead squat. I'm keeping a nice neutral spine. As I go into my squat, I want you to do 10 of these. So nice and slow through the movement. You may notice a little bit of tightness in different areas. That's okay. Try to keep those toes forward. Figure out where you're compensating. Keeping that stick straight up above head. You have 3 more. Last one. All right, broomstick goes down. We won't need it for right now. We are going to use your chair, your couch, your box, whatever you have available to you. I want us to set up in a couch stretch, so we're going to stretch that front quad. So your knee is flushed against the wall, or a box, or whatever you have, a chair. My toes up on that chair. You can stay in this position if you already feel that stretch. Make sure you squeeze through your glutes. If you don't feel that stretch, you're going to move into the next position, which is a little bit more intense. Hands are on the inside of your leg. Squeezing through your glutes. Feel that stretch. If you don't feel that there, you can stand all the way up. We're holding there for 20 seconds. You can kind of stay in a mid-range as well. Whatever works best. Breathing through here. Good, awesome. We're going to come out of that stretch. We're switching to the other side. Toe comes up onto that chair or box, whatever you have. My knee comes down to the floor. So you can either be in this kind of position position here, or a kneeling position, whatever works best for you. Or if you can get all the way up, that works as well. Where you feel that stretch in the front of the quad, through your hip flexor. Squeeze through the glutes. You may also notice that both sides may be different. You may be able to get a little bit taller on one compared to the other. We're holding for 20 seconds. This is one of my favorite stretches. You can do it every day. Holding for about a minute on each side. Good, come out of that stretch. Bring your leg down. We are going to grab your broomstick again. We're going to go in a half kneeling position. So what I mean by that is we're creating 90 degrees in both legs. My back toe is into the ground. I'm sitting up. I'm going to hold the broomstick behind my shoulders. From here, I'm rotating over top of my knee. I'm holding for about 5 seconds. Keep noting that this front knee is pinched in. And we're going to come out of that. We're doing 5 of those on each side. So this one, you might get a little bit through your hips. You might get a little bit through your thoracic spine. And maybe a little bit through your pecs. If you're pretty tight through there, this is a good stretch to do. Keep that knee pinched in. We have 2 more on this side, and then we're changing sides. Good work. Out of it. Awesome. We're switching sides. Same thing on the other side. Set yourself up. Again, 90 degrees in both legs. My back toe is on the floor. Nice and tall. That broomstick rests behind my shoulders. Squeeze through your glutes. Pinch your knee in. Rotate over top of that knee. Holding there for a couple seconds. And then coming out of it. And again, we're doing that 5 times on each side. Good. Coming out of it. So we're really focusing on some key mobilities today so that we can strengthen and stabilize specific muscles in our body. If we don't have proper mobility, you don't get the proper strengthening. And then you're in the wrong position, and then you're not going to feel good the next day. Woo. Good. We got 1 more. Good, coming out of that. Broomstick comes down for now. So now we're going to use our door frame, whatever you have available to you. A piece of wall may work as well. So what you're going to do is you are going to stretch out your hamstrings. We're going to keep our glutes or keep our butt right next to the wall or to the door frame. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swing my leg up against that door frame. I'm pushing my knee into the door or into the wall, feeling that stretch come down. I'm keeping my toe flexed. We're holding here for about 20 seconds. The closer you are to the door or the wall, the better you're going to feel that stretch. We're breathing. This is a nice one to do in the evening, right before you go to bed. Throw both legs up the wall. Get that stretch here at the hamstring. Couple more seconds and we're switching sides. Good work. We're coming out of that stretch. We're switching sides. So hips are right against the wall. I'm swinging my leg up. I'm pushing my knee into the wall. Contracting through my hamstring, keeping my toe flexed. Holding there for 20 seconds. I like working one side at a time so I can really focus on the stretch because I find one side a little bit more challenging than the other. Holding there. Good work. Couple more. And then we'll get into our circuits. Awesome. Come out of there, grab a quick swing if you need. Feeling mobilized and ready to go. So for our first exercise, what you will need is your resistance band. So I like using a door for this, or if you have a telephone post or something in your house that you can use, awesome. I'm going to wrap the band around here, just like so. You can also use a door and pinch the middle of the band in the door and close the door, and then you can use both sides of the band. For this, if you have handles, you can stick the broomstick into the handles. If not, you just hold on to either ends of the band. You're going to place the band around. We're going to go into a row with an external rotation in our shoulders. So it's going to kind of look like this motion. You're rowing and then rotating. I'm creating the 90 degrees in each one of my elbows. So I'm going to turn my back towards you. We're going to do 15 of these. You're going to pull in, rotate up, and reset. Keep in mind that you want to keep your shoulder blades down, out of your ears. This one's a very good posture exercise, strengthening those postural muscles, keeping that core tight. Band's not pulling you, you're pulling the band. I'm pulling those elbows back and out, and then rotate my knuckles towards the ceiling. We have 3 more. Last one. Awesome. Band comes down. We're going to be using your chair, your couch, whatever you have available to you, going into some hip thrusts. So here I have my box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place my shoulder blades on that box. You can have them out, wherever's comfortable for you. My hips are going to go up to the ceiling, so they're about, my feet are hips width apart. We're going to squeeze through your glutes as we press our hips up towards the ceiling, and then control down. We're going to go ahead and do 15 of these. I'm keeping my core nice and tight, my belly button's pinched in towards my spine. I'm squeezing through my glutes. When I'm coming down, I'm not letting myself just drop. I'm keeping that pelvis in line, tilted towards the ceiling. Feel a little bit of tightness to that hamstring as we lift our hips up. So this is very similar to our glute bridge, just the next level up. We have 3, we have 2, and we have 1. Good work, awesome. I'm mounting from that position. I am taking my band again around my pole. We're going to go into an anti-rotational press. So I'm mainly working on my core here. You're getting a little bit of a press motion through your chest. But this is actually working on stabilizing through our low back so we don't rotate through our back. So what I'm doing is I have the band wrapped around. I have both handles in my hand, holding the middle of my chest. Keep my core nice and tight, and I'm pressing out for 10 on each side. So that band is trying to pull me towards the wall, but I have to keep my back and core stabilized so I don't rotate towards. This is a great exercise for anyone who has any low back problems. Need a little bit of extra strengthening. We have 3, we have 2, and we have 1. Awesome. Changing sides, same thing on the other side. Pull that band in towards your midsection. From here, we're pressing out and away. Don't let that band pull you in. 10 of these here. Don't let your hips turn. Keep yourself forward. Press strong away from your body. have 2, and we have 1. Awesome. Hand comes down, we are on the floor. So I want you to be in a side lying position. Side lying here. I want you right down on your side, not propped up, because we're also going to make this little dip. From here, we're going to create a 45-degree angle with our leg. My toe is pointed away. Here, we're working on our glutes, our hip. We're lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering for 15 on each side. This one will cramp. If it's cramping, that's okay. Note that I'm not lifting very high, maybe a couple inches. We don't want to create this big hip lift. It's not doing anything. We're stabilizing in our low back and through our hips. Note that it's starting to burn a little bit more. If you notice that your range isn't quite there and you're having a challenging time controlling this exercise, a block, like a yoga block underneath your foot, a textbook, you know that we don't need those anymore, a book of any sorts, a rolled up towel, that will help control the movement a little bit more. We have 3, we have 2, and we have 1. Awesome. We're switching sides, same thing on the other side. Set yourself up, side lying position. Bring that leg to a 45-degree angle. From there, we're lifting and lowering 15 times. You may know it's burning a little bit on the side here, that's fine. We're working those muscles to endurance. We're trying to fatigue them. Not a race. Slow movements. Tone up that booty. Woo. We have 3, we have 2, and we have 1. Awesome. You are going to grab your stick again. We're going to bring that broomstick behind us. We're going to go into opposite leg crunches or alternating leg crunches. Stick comes behind us. I'm bringing the stick and one of my legs together, crunching up and back down. And then the other side. We're doing 10 of these on each side. Try to bring that stick and our foot as close as they can go together. Nice work. Lots of reps in this workout. Trying to create fatigue in the muscle. More than halfway. One more each side. Lovely. All right. Stick comes down. We're going to reset. We're going to start at the back at the beginning of our exercises here. So grabbing onto your long band again, in around your pole or in a door. You are rowing and rotating. We're doing 15 of these. Your other option is to use your stick in through some handles. The band comes in the middle, you're rowing and rotating. This creates a nice 90-degree position. If you're having a hard time controlling the movement, stick comes above your head. 15 of these. I'm pinching between my shoulder blades. My shoulders are staying down the whole time. We have our last 2 and 1. Lovely, good work. Stick comes down, band comes down. We are going into those hip thrusts. You'll need your chair, your box, your couch, whatever you have available. Shoulder blades are resting on the box. My head is back. Pinch through my core into my spine. Hips are lifting up to the ceiling. We have 15 of these. You can make this exercise a little bit more challenging by putting a band around your knees, keeping your knees apart the whole time. Hands are comfortable. You can have them to the side or on your hips. We have 4, we have 3, we have 2, and our last one. Perfect. Dismounting from that position. We are grabbing your band again for the anti-rotational press. Band goes in the door, around a telephone pole, whatever works. Both sides, handles come to your midsection. We're pressing away for 10 on each side, stabilizing through your low back, controlling through your core. Feel that band trying to pull you towards it. You're going to stay centered and controlled. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're switching sides, same thing. Controlling through our core, stabilizing through our low back. Doesn't need to be overly heavy. You still feel that pull. The heavier, you feel more of a challenge through your chest. We have 3, we have 2, and we have 1. Awesome. Onto the floor, into our sideline position. Down onto our side. Leg comes out to 45 degrees. You can make this one a little bit more challenging by adding a resistance band around your knees. And we're lifting up for 15. There we go. Not lifting very high. Less is more with this exercise. Controlling through my hips. Stabilizing in my glutes. Not a race. Don't let that foot smash down. Last 3, last 2, and 1. We're switching sides, same thing on the other side. Onto our full side. My leg swings out to 45 degrees, and I'm bringing up and down. So again, controlling that foot down. If you're having a hard time controlling that motion, you need a block underneath your foot, a towel, a book, whatever you have available. 15 here, and then we're finishing off this circuit with our leg crunch with the broomstick. There we go. Notice the difference on either side. One may be a little bit more challenging than the other. We have 3, we have 2, we have 1. Awesome. We are grabbing our stick into our opposite leg crunch, coming back, bringing one leg and the stick together, 10 on each side. Bring that stick towards your shin. See how high you can crunch up. This one can be more challenging by adding a resistance band behind you or pulling on the resistance band overhead instead of a broomstick. We have our last 2 and 1, either side. Good work. Quick sip of water, and then we're going to go into our next circuit. Same idea, full body strength and stability. Lots of reps. We're going to fatigue those muscles. All right. You are going to need a couch, a stair, a chair, a box, whatever you have available. We're going to work on some hip stability. So what I want us to do is we're going to bring our toe to tap on our chair, controlling down, switching to the other side, alternating both sides for 15 per side. So when I lower, that's the hard part. I'm controlling through my hips, my glutes, and core. So it may not seem very challenging at the moment, but it takes a lot of focus and a lot of control. What I don't want to see is that we're lifting our hip up towards the ceiling. It should stay down. Whoop. I like to have 2 fists. Keep it centered, keep it controlled. Again, not a race. We're working on a little bit of hip flexion to bring that toe up to tap. You can make it more challenging, holding on to some weights. Place a band around those knees. Good work. Almost there. 30 seems like a lot. We have our last 2. And last 1. Awesome. Box comes to the side for now. I am going to take my resistance band. I'm going to tie it in a knot, like so. Maybe close it in a door. You can also use a small loop band, that would also work. Just like this, and you create a little circle. You can also use your power pull-up band here. Move it around. I'm going to use this one for right now. What you're going to do is you're going to place one leg through that loop. We're going to go into a squat and a knee wag. So we're stabilizing through our hips. I'm going to come down into a squat, bring my knee in, and then come back out of it. We're doing 10 of those on each side. It's going to look something like this. We're going to come down, bring my knee in, out, stand back up. Down, in, out, and back up. So that hip, that glute is doing lots of work. We're working on that rotation. So the further you step away from the band, the more resistance you're going to have. Controlling. I don't want you snapping that knee out. I want you to control it backwards. Back to your starting position. Good work. Keep that core tight. Back neutral. We have our last 2. We have our last 1. Good work. We're doing the same thing on the other side. Switching legs. Boop. My closest knee or leg is going to have the band around it. I'm going to make sure I set up so you can see what I'm doing. Into your squat. Knee comes in, out, standing at the top. For 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Awesome. We come out of that band. We're using our chair or box again. We're going to go into some tricep dips, stabilizing through those shoulders. A couple different positions you can start in. So hands come behind us. You can start in a 90-degree position, coming down and back up, or a straight leg position to make it a little bit more challenging. We're doing 10 reps here. My elbows come out. Pinch those elbows together. have 2. We have 1. Awesome work. Out of that, I'm going back to my band. Untie it again if you need to. We are going to go into an A, a T, and a Y position. So what that's going to look like is you're going to hold on to the handles. I'm going to turn my back towards you, but you're going to pull the band apart here into an A. We're going to pull apart into a T, and we're going to pull apart into a Y. Every time we are resetting our hands back to the middle, each one of those, A, T, and Y is all 1. We're going to do that 5 times. So again, my band is looped, I have handles. I'm going here for A, I'm going to T, and I'm going to Y. I'm pinching between my shoulder blades as I pull the band apart into each letter. Nice. My knuckles turn down, my palms face away. Back to the middle. Palms are facing toward each other as I pull apart. And then palms are facing down for that Y. A, T, and Y. We got one more of all 3. Last one. Awesome work. Band comes down, and we're going to work on some plank rainbows, some core, some hip stability, some shoulder stability as well. In my plank, hands are resting underneath my shoulders. If you can't maintain a full plank position onto your toes, then you're going to stay in a tripod position here. So what that means is one leg is bent, one leg is straight. If you can go up into a full plank, great. And from here, we are rainbowing. 10 on each side. My back stays nice and flat. I'm controlling through my hips. We have 4, we have 3, we have 2, and we have 1. Same thing on the other side. If I'm showing you from a tripod position, same thing, and then rainbowing out. If you can go onto your toes, we are doing that. Small lifts. We have 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Grab some water. A little bit more challenging there. We're going to go back to our foot taps. Grabbing your chair, your box. I'm going to go from a side profile. Make 2 fists. Control through your core. Bring your knee up, toe tap, down, switching sides. 15 on each side. My low back is staying supported and controlled. Try your best not to shift too much side to side or lifting your hips. Nice work. We're halfway. Again, a little bit of weight in each arm. It's going to make it a little bit more challenging. A mini loop band around our knees is going to challenge it as well. This is preparing us to do our step-ups. That will probably work on the next day. We have our last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're going back into those banded squat legs. So our looped band. Bring one leg in, the close one is going to go into that loop. I'm going into my squat at the bottom, bringing my knee in and out, standing back up at the top. 10 of these on each side. In, out, stand at the top. I'm keeping a nice neutral spine. I'm controlling through my hip. For more of a challenge, you could stay down into that squat position and work on just wagging. Knee in and out. It's going to burn a little bit more, so feel great. In and out. We have our last 2 and our last 1. We're switching sides. Same thing on the other side. Leg comes into that loop, band around that knee. I'm going to face sideways a little bit more. You can see what I'm doing. Making sure that our feet are about shoulder width apart, equal weight distribution on each side. Into that squat, knee comes in and back up. Note that I'm not lifting my foot at all. We're not going onto our tiptoe and changing. Foot stays glued onto that floor as we bring that knee in. If you can't, and the band is not needed. Working on that rotation through that hip. We have our last 3. We have our last 2. And we have our last 1. Good work. Come out of that band into our tricep dip. Hands come back on the box, either in position 1 or position 2. Squeeze your elbows together. We're going down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get rid of that box. We no longer need it. We are using our band again for our A, T's, and Y's. Band comes around the pole. I am squeezing, pulling my shoulder blades down into that A position, T, and Y. That is 1. We're doing that 5 times. So down, pull apart, overhead. 2, 3, 4, shoulders stay out of my ears, and 5. Nice work. Get rid of that band. We're finishing off with our plank rainbows. So again, either tripod position rainbows, or I'm in a full plank position. We're only lifting and hovering maybe a couple inches. I shouldn't be shifting in my hips. We're doing 10 on each side. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. We're switching sides for our last round. We're coming up into that plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Woo. Legs are burning, shoulders are burning. That's awesome. Thanks so much for joining me for our Saturday day workout. We will see you again Monday at 6 p.m. live. And if you have any questions about our online programming, feel free to send us a DM for all of our previous workouts, and you can watch them anytime you want from home. And make sure to subscribe and like our YouTube channel. Awesome. Thanks, guys.